done in the past, like, taking me out of it, how would you compare the production you did on this album to other works? Not to say what's better or not, but more so the differences and, the direction.
Well, the production definitely for me personally is a step up.
Okay.
I'm kind of in a transition right now with my music creatively. In the past, I'd say 2-3 years, I've been doing more, non-sampling stuff and doing more live instrumentation and collaborating with musicians and even playing instruments that I don't know how to play and figuring them out and playing them on my own, you know? But at the same time, I'm still using the same kind of equipment. I'm still approaching my music in a hip-hop way. It's kind of like a futuristic boom bap, I call it.
Absolutely.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And, I think that's kind of what defines the sound on this album. So it's definitely a transition. It was a challenge, but in a good way.
One of my favorite records on the album, Speakers on Blast. Beat-wise, what were you thinking when you made that? What was running through your mind? Right. The whole deal.
I think Speakers on Blast is probably up there too, as far as
definitely
one of my favorite beats on the album.
Right.
And just one of those beats that was just, again, different for what people know me for as far as my production. Speakers on Blast just gave me the chance to just do something that knocks in the Jeep.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think with that beat, what it does to me as a listener, I think it merges a lot of different worlds where you have the club, radio, commercial, and things like that record obviously lives in all day. But then it has these undertones, just the beat itself, it has these undertones of, what a radio hit was in the 80s and 90s when people was all about, real hip hop, quote unquote, you know what I mean? So I think it walks that line, you know what I mean? And the beat alone and then the rhymes on top of it, but just talking about the beat with you, I think the beat alone makes it ride that line.
Right, and it's crazy because when I was making that track, I didn't have that in mind. Like I wasn't thinking, all right, this is going to be our radio joint.
Right, absolutely.
Or this is going to be like the club single.
Right.
It just kind of came out naturally.
Just organic.
Right, and organic, and that's really how I approach my music.
Do you think you got your point across that you wanted to get across with the album? Because it's just as much your album as it is mine, you know what I mean? Whereas me being an MC, it's my album from what I'm saying on it and everything like that. But then the beats are like your verses and your 16s as well.
Right.
So I know what I wanted to do and what I wanted to say on the project and what I wanted to get out. Do you feel like you was able to do that?
Definitely. I feel like I got my point across more so than I thought I would. You know, even it being 12 tracks, I know me and you both, obviously we would have more to express if it was like 15 or 16 tracks, but I think with the amount of tracks we have, it just everything came together perfectly. I got to showcase a lot of different sides of my sound.